the news in about 3 minutes, and the reason you have brain fog when you first get to work. If you're always like, I got brain fog. I'll tell you, and coming up. First, Natalie in Kentucky. Natalie, good morning.
Yes. Hey, good morning.
What's going on?
First of all, I love your show. We listen to it every day.
Thank you.
And second of all, I want you to give a shout out to, you've shout outed to everybody, but the first time ever all women team of aviators that did the flyover at the beginning of the Super Bowl.
I saw a note about that, but I think maybe I wasn't either paying attention. Was that right before the national anthem?
It was right when he got done.
Maybe I didn't know. Maybe I was screaming so loud. I was like, America!
You're like, Chris Stapleton's amazing. And then, boom, they fly. And how they time that is crazy.
That itself is wild.
Yeah. Yes.
Because it's, even if you're 4 feet apart, you're also going 500,000 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they were all for
women.
That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't realize that.
And the first time there were 2 black quarterbacks in the Super Bowl. Also, Jalen Hurts had all these records. It was just an eventful night. And Natalie, I'm very thankful that you called and shared that, because I might have missed that because I don't think I was paying good attention really until the game started. I watched Stapleton, and I think I was screaming America.
Yeah, because that's right when they went. And that's the timing, of course, staying in formation. But like he was ending the song, and then boom.
They're driving. They're like, Chris, hurry up. Chris, hurry up. Can we get Stapleton to hurry up, please? We're going to fly over a little early. Natalie, hope you have a great day. Thank you for calling.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
See you later.
Thanks.
I stayed up pretty late last night. I mean, I get it's nice the Super Bowl's earlier now than it used to be, because it used to go on at like 7. Now at least it's like 5:30, but I still stayed up pretty late. We watched the finale of Dark Season 3, which is on Netflix. I think they're done making it now. I don't know. It's a German show, but they do America. It's how selfish I am. It's English subtitles and dub. America. So it's really good. I mean, that show, it's hard for me to watch something that's not English, but I did double English on the words and the dubbing. It's really good. Season 1 and 2 are 2 of the best seasons I've ever seen of anything ever.
Wow.
And then season 3, they're just like, well, we got to wrap this up. We got to figure out a way to wrap it up. But it was really good. But it was like when I watched Squid Games. I'm like, I'm not watching anything that ain't American. And then I watched the first episode, and I'm like,
this is crazy.
This is so good. Like, what am I keeping myself from enjoying that also as an American? Dark has a 97% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay.
I just had a friend that was like, you have to watch this show on Netflix. And I'm like, I'm in. It's German. I'm out. Let's do the news.
Bobby's Big
Stories.
Also, in like 15 minutes, I saw something at a high school basketball game this weekend I've never seen in my whole life of going to high school basketball games, either as a high school kid or as an adult. Something I've never seen. I'll tell you about it in a minute. All right, news time. The reason that you have brain fog when you first get to work. Health experts say you can probably blame your commute. Breathing in exhaust fumes if you're sitting in traffic, even if your windows are up.
Oh.
Especially diesel fumes is not great for your brain. A research team says to avoid following directly behind 18-wheelers. Brain scans show reduction in brain function after exposure to traffic pollutants and things you're breathing in while commuting. So if you literally are sitting in the old bumper-to-bumper grind, if you're in a city, that actually can affect you for a while wherever you go afterward because you're breathing stuff in. That is from the Environmental Health Research Journal. I thought that was interesting. I thought it was like not getting enough sleep. I often suffer from that, and I'm on this new medicine now because I get such crazy bad PTSD, nightmares, got a little OCD that I deal with. And so finally I just went to the doctor. I was like, I need to try something because it's not getting any better. So I'm on this new medicine for the first time this morning. And I kind of feel like my eyes are a little foggy. I'm not even sure if I'm here today.
Like blurry?
I literally could still be asleep right now.
I think you're not.
I
see
think
you.
you're sure?
Yeah, you're right in front
But you
of
would
us.
tell me that even in my dream if I programmed you to.
That's so true.
Are we real?
I know. I think we will. We will. I just
We know
messed
it's
up
the
in the
real
news
Amy.
story. I messed up too, Amy, in the news, so
Oh.
it was just too easy to not do.
I have accepted R's and W's. It's just how I am.
Next up, the reason you shouldn't overdo over-the-counter pills. So Tylenol basically is what they're talking about. They say kills positive emotions, and especially if you take it over a long period of time consistently, because apparently it works with your brain, and ibuprofen also dulls your brain's immediate ability to have certain chemicals that provide like positive feelings.
Wow.
And this is from Psychological Science, which is a research journal as well. But I was thinking about Scuba Steve because Scuba Steve is our executive producer, and he takes Tylenol every day. Every single day.
Every day?
Would you say out of 7 days a week, how many days are you taking Tylenol?
Every day that I work, so probably about 5 to 6.
Oh my
What,
god.
but for what? Like
Well,
what
I do it
pain?
for back pain, for headaches. Sometimes it alleviates my stress. Maybe it's a placebo in my head. I don't know. But I've been taking it for about a decade every day, between 1 to 3 pills, depending on the pain.
So it's not working anymore. You just need it now to give your body what it's used to taking, more than giving your body something that's going to help it fight off whatever is causing it issues.
Well, the majority of the time I take 1. So when I really need it, then I'll take 2 or 3, and then I feel that because I normally take 1.
Do you drink
It does
alcohol?
not seem healthy, does it?
No, I don't really drink very often.
Okay, good, because Tylenol and alcohol not good for your liver.
Well, no, I don't think he drinks it at work. I mean, maybe when he gets home.
That's good.
Well, it seems like he has Tylenol in his system 24/7.
Have you read about the effects of that for such a long period of time every day?
I've heard effects about a lot of different things, so I can't let that get to me.
Yeah.
I felt that, buddy.
Okay.
Yeah, hey, if you don't know it, it ain't real.
Exactly.
All right.
But
Maybe
okay.
a doctor can help us out. I'm a doctor in letters. Tylenol is not my specialty. So I am a doctor, but that's scary, man.
So is it?
I wasn't scared until now.
I'm like, well, what about Advil or Midol? Well, Midol's
I don't
like,
take Midol usually, but I take Advil.
What about, because every day I do a little preparation H.
Just for fun.
Yeah. Hey, just for spits and giggles, you know?
That's topical.
Is it?
You-
Okay, let me move on. So stupid. A bride shames her own bridesmaid for dyeing her hair red before the wedding. Says it looks tacky. Now, I always come on, we talk about these stories where someone's like, my person, they gained weight, so I kicked him out of the wedding. We're like, well, you're a bad person. You're the bride, you're a bad person. But if you dye your hair right before a wedding, you know you're going to be in pictures, that ain't cool. That ain't cool. It's not your time to dye your hair, unless there was a real reason you were doing it. Otherwise, you got to go, I'm going to wait 2 weeks until after this wedding. You don't want to go and have a whole new look when it's picture time for anything that's significant. Remember when Morgan #1 dyed her hair blonde?
Oh my
You
God.
always bring that
Our
up.
shoot, we
So
show
good.
up, we don't get pictures paid for, like every 3 years. And finally the company's like, we'll pay for pictures. They're like, great. Morgan #1, who's not on the show anymore, but work with her every day. She shows up with like bleach blonde hair. And then I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm not going to say anything because this is her new look. She dyed it back like 4 days later, and it was normal again.
Wait, she's not blonde anymore?
No,
Oh,
it was blonde like a
crazy.
week after that. But I feel like you probably shouldn't dye your hair a drastically different color before a wedding. Am I wrong?
Yeah, no. I mean, I think it's sort of like, okay, are they trying to get attention or something? And you absolutely could just wait, so that way you don't draw attention to your red hair.
Yeah, just wait. It's not about you.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's about even less than normal. You just don't make anything about, that's a bad one.
The Gwen Shamlin, was she the way down,
The way down. Eating yourself to God or whatever it is.
starving for salvation? Yes.
Different.
So,
I like a different program. I like
No,
eating myself to God.
it is
She
called-
starves for salvation.
it is the Way Down Workshop, but the movie is on Lifetime, and I learned in that movie that she took a bridesmaid out from her wedding because she gained weight.
Yeah, but she was bizarre
Oh, yeah,
in
yeah,
a
yeah.
lot of ways.
And she died, right?
In a plane crash. But Amy came on the air
No,
once
no,
and
no,
said
no, no, no,
she had
no.
heard that
I-
wasn't true,
I
and then
heard-
NPR quoted her.
Yeah. She died.
From Lad Bible, cancer causes a guy to develop an Irish accent. An American prostate cancer patient in his 50s is the subject of a write-up in the BMJ Journal because of a very unusual case of FAS, foreign accent syndrome. Despite having no Irish heritage, he started talking with an uncontrollable Irish brogue during treatment. I guess my question is, do you know how to accent all the words?
Yeah, you'd have to be consistent.
Yes, or is it actually doing something to your brain and your speech that just sounds a lot like an Irish accent? Like, for example, if you drink and you slur,
Been there.
so it
Yeah,
could,
yeah.
and so it could be. But what if something's happening to your brain? And you're like, I can't do an Irish accent. Hey, matey. No, I don't know.
That's
Lucky
a
That's a
me-
lunchbox.
pirate.
I'm doing an impression of lunchbox here.
Lucky me charm.
But I wonder if instead of Ireland, it's just
Arr.
something that's happening within the brain that makes it sound like an Irish accent all the time.
The hard R's, Ireland.
Arr, pirate. No, I'm a pirate still, man. In a new survey, dog owners talk about their pets. I'm going to ask you the question. Your pets, what are they to you and how do you classify them? Like you're their parent, you're their owner, you're their... I mean, what is the classification to you?
Mom.
Mom, go.
I'm just the owner. Like I own my dog. My dog lives with us.
I feel like I'm best friend more than I am a dad.
Huh.
And so, in a new survey of dog owners, 49% of baby boomers view their pets as children. 34% of Gen Zers think of them more as a best friend. Yeah, I think of Stanley and Zeller as like my buddies.
Wow.
Like, let's go. Let's go, bud. And sometimes we all gang up on mom.
You and the buds?
We do. And I'm like, all right, team, let's go. We got to go to bed. So it's like me and the crew. So there's that. That is from Fox 5 New York. Yeah, Stanley and Ella are brother and sister.
And you're their.
And I'm their best friend.
Okay.
Wow.
That lives in the same house and feeds them.
Interesting.
And then finally, flames shoot from a plane's wing as the New York-bound flight makes an emergency landing.
Scary.
That's my worst fear.
Like, I love looking out the window of a plane, but if I saw that, I would flip.
A New York-bound Delta flight. A Delta
Delta,
flight. A
yeah.
Delta flight. Oh, I'd take those. Was forced to make an emergency landing after flames were spotted coming out of the plane's wings. Video from Corey McIntosh, who was on the flight, shows flames on the wing. You can hear children in the background. A Delta spokesperson said it was diverted. Mechanical issue with one of the engines. We apologize for the inconvenience. Delta's customer cares arranged ground transportation, on.
Inconvenience.
That's from the Glasgow Times.
Like
Yeah.
potential lifelong terror.
Well, it ended up being just an inconvenience because nobody died.
Hey, if you're looking out the window and you see the flames, how do you alert them? Like, you're the only one that sees it.
I think I stand up calm and casually start screaming, "Fire! I'm going to die!"
Right? I mean, do you ring the call button?
They'll know. I don't need the call button. They'll hear the call scream. All right, that's the news. Thank you.
Those were Bobby's Big
Stories.
Two things. Number one is your calls, if you want to get them in, 877-77-Bobby. We'll take it. 877-77-Bobby. Number two is I saw something. I was at a small town basketball game just the other night. A small town basketball game. I saw something I've never seen before, either when I was a kid or as an adult.
Oh, no.
And I was like, is this real? And I tried to go back and scrub the internet to find if it was anywhere on. I'll tell you what it was next. Let's go over and talk to Sean in South Carolina. Sean, you're on the show. What's up, buddy?
Hey, Bobby. Good morning. Good morning, Cat crew.
Morning, buddy.
Studio. Yeah, Bobby. I just about the halftime show and the national anthem. Chris Stapleton nailed it. I mean, I thought that was the best rendition of the national anthem that they've ever done. But I was really disappointed in Rihanna's lip syncing during the halftime show. Just didn't understand her comeback, and it just appeared like she was lip syncing because she was still singing when she was walking around with no mic up to her mouth. Just wanted to see what your point on that was and what y'all thought.
She definitely had tracks. Everybody has tracks at this point. I mean, even country artists playing concerts have tracks. And also she's dancing, so there's a different, and she was pregnant dancing. And there's just a kind of a different culture when you're dancing. So she wasn't lip syncing as much as she was singing along to a track of her own. But again, I have no problem with it. A lot of those national anthems, too, are dubbed in, and they, like Whitney Houston's very famous one was lip synced.
Oh.
I'm 99.9% positive. That was recorded in a studio, and then she lip sync it.
Wow.
There. Mike, look that up and tell me I'm an idiot. Just yell you're an idiot if I'm wrong. So I don't have a problem with that because if you go to a concert now, everybody's got tracks. It's also in a stadium. It's also got to be put together so quick. So and a lot of those halftime shows, I would say 85% of them have some sort of tracks or at least part of the song where people are lip syncing. So,
yeah, it's not her microphone's on.
Yeah,
so
lip syncing is not the right word, but I understand
Right.
why he would think that.
Yeah.
Okay, Whitney Houston lip synced the whole thing. It was recorded in advance. The Florida Orchestra on the field for the song was there. They didn't. Okay, well, so
Wow, you're
it
right.
happens a lot. We just don't know. And you know what? Just entertain us. I don't give a crap. Lip sync the crap out of it. I don't care. Unless it's real bad. But I mean, she's getting sent all over the stadium. She's hundreds of feet up in the
Yeah,
air.
up
She's
and down on
dancing
these
pregnant
things.
with guys that look like the UFOs they've been shooting down. You know? So I thought it was really good. I didn't think it was the best of all time, but I did think it was really good, really cool. But I appreciate that call, Sean. Hope you have a good day, buddy.
Yep. Y'all too.
What I see, man. Went to Stigler, Oklahoma this weekend. Caitlin's grandfather has coached like 60 years, and he's in the Oklahoma Coaches Hall of Fame, and so we were going to make a point to go to watch him coach. Who knows how long he's going to be coaching? I mean, he may just get tired and be like, I've been doing this 60 years, so we made a point to go out this season to watch him. And so we go, and we watch the Stigler game, and we watch the boys, and they play, and they won. It's pretty cool. And then we watch the girls, who he's on the coaching staff there. Again, he's 85 years old.
That's awesome.
And so the game's happening, and the coach for the team they were playing, I think it's called Heavener, walks over, apparently. We're sitting right in the middle. I was cheering hard. Grabs one of those cups. What would you call the cup that's like a Stanley cup? Is that like
A chalice?
Tumbler?
a tumbler?
Oh.
Hey, Prince
What's a Stanley
Prince
Cup?
Artichoke. What's a chalice?
I thought you meant
a
like the hockey trophy.
No, like this. That's a Stanley.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like,
Stanley.
the hockey trophy?
Okay. So he grabs the tumbler and walks over. It was like the scorekeeper's tumbler had ice and drinks in it. He just chunks it on the floor in the middle of the game.
Dang. That's cool.
And
Awesome.
ice and water go everywhere. And everyone starts to look back at the parents thinking they threw it out there. It was mayhem for a little bit. It was so entertaining. So what happened was apparently he just wanted the rest of the attention. They wouldn't give it to him. So he just chunked it on the floor.
Well, that'll get their attention.
He got everybody's attention because they didn't have like big mops or anything. So we had to wait. They were using T-shirts to clean up the floor. But I'd never seen anything like that before.
Wow.
And that guy's a pastor too and a coach.
Attaboy.
The ice thrower?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Did
And
it smell like vodka afterwards?
no, he
No.
didn't. And I tell you what, because it wasn't his though, it wasn't his cup. He wouldn't grab
okay.
somebody else's cup and threw it out there. What I liked about this guy though was because we all do stupid stuff like that, where we react and we're like, "Oh, wish I wouldn't have done that." I do it all the time. And like the superintendent of the school that walked over to him was like, "Hey," and he goes, "Yeah, I did that. My bad. I did that. I did it. It was me. I overreacted." And I was like, "That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's not if you mess up. It's when you mess up. How do you react to it?" Well, he got a tech and had to sit on the bench the rest of the game, so it's hilarious.
That's all right.
But like a big 2 thumbs up to this dude. He's probably 65 years old. Chunked it and was like, "Yeah, that's me. Didn't like fight the refs. Because again, just generally in life, it's a great metaphor for us every day, all the time. It's not when we mess up or when we let someone down or when we don't really show up as the best version of ourselves. No, I guess that's not if, it's when. Yeah, mess that up.
Was it maybe
Anyway.
how
We
we
know what
do
you're
it
saying.
after.
It's just do it. You just have to
Yeah.
fix it. You just have to go at it and not deny it, not run from it. Say, yep, I did it, and then work to get better. And I saw them do that, and they lost, which is awesome too.
Yeah.
Oh no. So
But-
if you're benched, does he coach from the bench or
Yeah, he
someone
couldn't
else?
stand
You
up.
have to sit down, which is tough to coach that way. It's
They wouldn't
tough.
let anybody stand up on the bench.
That's hilarious.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So it's not if bad things happen to you or you get yourself in trouble. It's when they do, because they're going to, and then it's how you react to it. So get it. And if you mess up, that's okay. You just got to make that first step back into play. Like this guy did. He was like, yeah, I did it. My bad. Overreacted. We all overreact. I was kind of proud of him. And then I was proud he lost.
It's hilarious, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy. But there's a picture of me they posted. I'm up, jumping up in the air. Like, yeah, I don't know I had like one kid, but I was like into it. High school basketball, small town Stickler,
fun.
Oklahoma. Amazing. Had a great time. I ate some Nerds gummy, like
the rope nerds?
yeah, but they're like little bites.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
It's
those
the
are
greatest
good.
candy I ever had. I put it up there in the top 5 now, but it crushed my stomach. Just
Did you buy that at the concession stand?
yeah, I went full concession and I got that and
Yeah,
some
what are the-
suckers.
Hawaiian punch?
They're gummy clusters.
Gummy clusters, yeah.
I went hard. They just didn't have Frito pie. Frito pie, it'd have been on. But I had that, had a great time. Everybody in Stickler, Oklahoma, appreciate you guys. We went out and the interview with Caitlin's grandfather goes up on 25 Whistles today.
Oh, yeah, that's
oh, cool.
So we did that. He used to play on dirt basketball courts back in the day, coach on dirt basketball courts.
Dang.
Let me go over to. Can I do a call, Ray, or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go over to Rudy in El Paso, Texas. Rudy, what's going on, buddy?
Hi, good morning, studio.
Morning.
Morning.
Hi, Bobby, got a little situation here. I've been listening to y'all for over 10 years. My anniversary is on Valentine's Day. Just got out of the hospital 3 days ago. Had a heart procedure done, so I'm limited on mobility. And I want to know what you can suggest I can do for Valentine's Day.
Okay, well, I think
my
first,
wife.
yeah, you had a heart procedure, so there's a free pass.
Yeah.
The-
Think you're good. Get out of jail free card.
So you're okay on getting in trouble, but it's like, do you want to do something special and you haven't had a bunch of time and you're asking me for advice on that? Rudy, is that what it is?
Yeah, I got out of the hospital on Saturday, and I'm asking the doctor of knowledge to see
Letters.
what he can help me with, or
Okay,
what we can do to.
Let me help you here. Does your wife, it's your wife, right? Or your girlfriend or your husband?
Yeah.
Okay, wife. Does she listen to this show at all?
No.
Ah, crap. Well,
You're gonna do it right now?
Well, yeah, I was
Yeah,
going
that
to do
would've been
something right
nice.
now.
Okay.
Okay, how about this, Rudy? Well, let's get off the phone. Keep Rudy on. Rudy, you guys have like Uber Eats something at your place. I will send you dinner. I can't really get you a
Thank you,
reservation, but I'll send you and your wife dinner. You've had a rough go in the hospital. I'll find out what kind of food you like, and I'll just Uber Eats you some food from my phone to your address.
That's nice.
And
I really appreciate it.
yeah, it sounds like time's been hard. At least I can do spend $50, $60 on whatever that dinner is, and make sure you at least have a nice night. Okay?
Yes, sir. I really, really appreciate it, and you and each one of your spouses have a good time.
All right, Rudy, stay on the phone. I'm gonna get your number. Don't hang up.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Thanks.
Later. Let me go one more call, Ray. Lo in Alabama is on the phone. Lo, you're on. What's going on?
I'm on my way to work.
You there?
I listen to you on the way to work.
Oh, there she
I'm
is.
here. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
All right. No, my question was on Valentine's Day. What do you think about Valentine's Day, or is it just another day?
It's tough because this is a forced holiday that a company came up with so we'd spend money. But because it's forced and because we see how deliberate it was when created, it doesn't mean we shouldn't at least do something to make someone feel special. Now, right, I do it every day, all year. Good for you. Problem is, what would suck is if your wife or girlfriend's at work and a lot of people are getting stuff, and even though she's like, I don't care, it just stinks for her to not get some flowers when everybody else is. I think you can show love all the time, and I think Valentine's Day itself is rooted in just dumb. It's just dumb. But I love it, and I love the opportunity to be reminded that I should do something bold. But if it's not for either one of you, don't do it. It's dumb. However, I just would hate for anybody to be at work and everybody's getting flowers. and that she's not.
Yeah. I feel like this is a perfect example of two things being true at the same time. Like you're like, okay, this holiday's dumb, but also I love it. And I love that I get to do something with Caitlin and celebrate the person that you're with. So.
I'm not going to tell anybody they're stupid if they're just like, I don't like Valentine's Day, but I'm going to say you're stupid if she does and you're not paying attention to it because that could hurt her feelings and she may never even outwardly say that it hurt her feelings. So just be careful. That's what I'm going to say.
You know, if we all stopped buying stuff,
Exactly.
though, we could really change
Thank
things.
you. We
know
could
what I
change
mean?
the world.
Y'all are going to have to.
This is how you want to change the world?
Yeah, we can make a difference.
You have a platform to do all kinds of stuff. And this is it.
Everyone stop buying flowers.
That way we don't get, angry looks and people saying, oh, you're not romantic. You're such a jerk. No, it's just I don't want to pay.
It's not even just Valentine's Day that makes you not romantic. And we don't say that mostly on Valentine's Day. We say it all the time.
True, but I don't want to pay 10 times the amount of money for a thing of stupid flowers that are going to die in 3 days.
I felt that. I completely understand.
So guess what? No flowers.
Good for you.
Guess what?
Hey, thank you, Lo. Hope you have a great day. We're going to talk about aliens.
Oh, yes.
We got to. They're everywhere. Next segment, these things we're shooting down out of the sky. We'll get to it coming up. You know we're about to get drafted to go fight in the War of the Worlds. You know what's about to happen. They're going to bring the draft back. We got to fight aliens.
Did y'all have trouble falling asleep last night?
No.
Not because of this.
Close my eyes.
I was like, I shouldn't have read about this right before bed.
Well, I was up celebrating all my winnings for the Super Bowl.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I know, but then were you like, am I even going to get to spend it? Because will I even wake up?
Here's the thing. I've been saying a lot of good things about these aliens for such a long time. They know.
Okay.
As you guys are all enslaved, I'll be treated like a king. So
Oh, great.
let's party, baby. All right. 4 objects were shot down over North America this week. And they all weren't at the same time. It wasn't that they saw 4 and went, da, 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 da. They've just been random. There are other objects, too, like one in China, one in another place. So I'll just give you what I know. First of all, U.S. fighter jet shot down an unidentified object over Lake Huron on yesterday, making it the 4th downing in 8 days. Officials are working to recover. Yeah, show it to me. I want to see what you shot down. You know where it is. You gonna go dig it out of the lake? Let me see it. Officials are working to recover the high-altitude, unidentified object that was successfully shot down by the U.S. military. The Department of Defense says the object's path and altitude raised enough concerns to take it down. An F-16 shot down the object, which was flying about 20,000 feet over Michigan after it was detected yesterday morning. So that was the one yesterday. I can go through all that when they were shutting down space and shooting stuff down everywhere. An F-22 shot down an object flying at 40,000 feet over central Yukon and North Canada on Saturday. The Canadian Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, said, hey, we got to get this down. So I think we went and shot it down. Like he called for us, and we went in and shot it down. NORAD has said it adjusted its filters to better spot slow-moving targets above a certain altitude. But it's hard to kind of see and have a great image of this thing. Different people have described it. I don't know, man. Something's up. And let me tell you, I'll give you my theory in a second.
on.
Here is the Department of Defense. Melissa Dalton says the object did raise some concerns, and the next step is to figure out the purpose of the objects.
These most recent objects do not pose a kinetic military threat, but their path in proximity could be a hazard to civilian aviation. We do not assess that the recent objects pose any direct threat to people on the ground, and we are laser focused on confirming their nature and purpose, including through intensive efforts to collect debris in the remote locations where they have landed after being shot down.
Let me see the debris! Look at me, any fake debris. I want to see the real debris. Somebody on Twitter was like, dude, you're an idiot. I was like, why? He said, because you said if we shot it down, it couldn't be that advanced. I said, yeah, you're right. If there's aliens, though, and they're coming from other planets, other solar systems, other things that we can't even define, and they're flying, we ain't shooting it down with our caveman airplanes. They're able to travel through solar systems and through space and travel light years, and we're going to go up and be like, pew, pew. No, that ain't happening. Pew, pew won't shoot this thing down. Someone's like, well, it could be in the ocean, underwater. There's so much undiscovered. And I say, absolutely there is. However, if there is some being that has created technology that can be so far that we can't spot them under the ocean and then fly that thing so high that it's up in the air, pew, pew is not going to kill it. That's advanced. Here is Anita Anand, the Canadian Minister of Defense, describing what the object looked like.
It appears to be a small, cylindrical object and smaller than the one that was downed off the coast of North Carolina. There is no reason to believe that the impact of the object in Canadian territory is of any public concern.
There you go. No public concern.
There you go. We're not concerned.
Here's what's up. Here's what I think it is. This is surveillance from other places. What sucks is we don't always know the technologies people have until the big unveiling. They lift the curtain, and it's like, oh, crap, they got this? So what I think, you got, I don't know, Russia, China.
Sure.
Ireland.
Oh.
I don't know. Could be anybody.
Oh.
The Irish.
Flying a bunch of crap over us trying to see what's up. And if it wasn't for the balloon a couple weeks earlier, I don't think this would be as big a story. But I think that created the interest in what's happening up there. We're shooting other stuff down. It all starts to, it's probably that. Now, that being said, I was reading stories about it. So TikTok and my algorithm starts to send me people that are talking about extraterrestrials. And there was a guy, he looked legit. He was doing an interview. He used to work for like the aerospace something, I don't know. But he's like, yeah. There were a lot of people that we couldn't go certain places all the time. He said, once we went to Vegas, and I needed to go to this place. I said, you have to go with like 18 armed guards. And he's like, why? It's just the mountain. Like, well, you can't go in the mountain. The mountain was once used for all this testing, and they had carved out the mountain for like a big testing center in the middle of it. And he was like, well, yeah, I need to get in there. And I was like, no, there's something in there that we're not familiar with that's moved in. And he said that a couple of the folks there had said it's aliens.
They live there?
They live there.
Oh.
And so he said he went, finally, and had all these guys with AK-47s and him. And he's like me, little nerdy guy. I'm probably taller. I'm 6'1", but he's a little, probably like 5'6", light rig. And so he goes into the mountain. He said he never saw anything, but they had to go through so many protocols of like vault, open, code, do, that once they got in there, he never saw, but there were a couple people that were with him that like, yeah, we've seen it before. And these things that live in here are disgusting looking.
Oh.
Now, is it a weird animal? Is it other testing? I don't know.
Is this even real?
Yeah. Like, you being so intelligent, you believe this random dude on TikTok that...
No, I didn't say I believed it, but I was watching. I was intrigued by it. What we know is a drop of water. What we don't know is an ocean, just in general. Laws of science, things outside of what we can see, what we can test. We can't even see what our dogs can see. But you think we can see everything? Our dogs are seeing colors.
Are you sure?
Their cones in their eyes are different. And you
My
think
dog
if an
doesn't see
alien didn't
anything.
want us to see them, we wouldn't see them. So I don't think it's aliens, but I do think that it's something we don't know about, probably some sort of surveillance. And that's it. But it's still scary when they're shutting down airspace everywhere, going, we got to shoot another thing down. But I want to see what they shot down.
I saw a theory online that this is government people creating a distraction from the Epstein files getting released.
What in the
That dude?
Boy, they're really stretching with that one.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
that's way out there.
because some really powerful names are likely.
Yeah, but that could happen with it.
Listen,
I just feel like
saying.
this is not that.
Yeah.
I can understand the government hiding stuff for sure. They hide stuff from us all the time. But everything's now connected to the Chiefs won the Super Bowl.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
And there was a flag call at the end of the game. There's a little questionable because the Jeffrey Epstein files.
Yeah, so everybody be talking about that.
So, all right, that's what's up. There were 4 of those things. We could be drafted any day, though. We look up, we could see a big
I'm in.
covering the sun. No, you'll be
So,
enslaved.
so
I'll
you're
fight
more
'em
on
for
the
sure.
aliens or more on the surveillance?
It's surveillance, I think. But
Okay.
aliens wouldn't want us to see them, and we couldn't shoot them down.
I'll fight him.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, I would.
You wouldn't fight me.
You want to fight?
We wrestled on a T-box once. You gave up. All right, thank you guys. That's what's up. Call us if you want. 877-77-BOBBY.